Please go ahead, ma'am. We are live now.
Yes. A very good afternoon to all and a very warm welcome to everybody. I am Darshana Kosambe on behalf of my leaderships of ASSOCHAM Goa, Shri Mangirish Raikar sir and Dr. Sagar Salgaonkar sir. I am very much grateful to welcome you all the participants, our delegates, eminent speakers, our chief guest, Shri Ravi Naik sir, our guest of honor, Shri Arun Mishra, Secretary of Agriculture. Sir, I welcome you all. And this program, as you know, everybody has joined across Goa. The objective of making this a virtual platform was to enable everybody to join and listen from this program, to have a knowledge and grow along together. So this program is on strengthening agri-logistics sector in Goa, challenges, opportunities, and a roadmap ahead. So let me quickly inform you the flow of this program. As you know, we have our chief guest, Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Shri Ravi Naik sir. I welcome you, sir. We also have our guest of honor, Shri Arun Mishra Kumar sir, a Secretary for Agriculture. We have with us the eminent speakers, Director for Agriculture, Shri Neville Alfonso sir. We have our DGM from NABARD, Shri Vijay Deshprabhu sir, Deshpande sir. We have from the Goan project from GSBB, Dr. Pradeep Sir Mukadam sir. We have the branch manager of Brooklyn Logistics India Private Limited, Shri Anbu Shejian sir. And we also have with us our chairman, Shri Mangirish Raikar sir and Dr. Sagar Salgaonkar sir. I welcome you all once again and I request our chairman, Shri Mangirish Pai sir, to please highlight the objectives of this program. Over to you, sir.
Very good evening to one and all, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome our Honorable Minister for Agriculture and my very good dear friend Ravi Bhai, as I wish to call him, Shri Ravi Naik ji, the Secretary of Agriculture, Arun Kumar Mishra ji, the Director of Agriculture, Mr. Neville, Dr. Pradeep Mukadam, all the delegates who have joined here, friends. This is a very, very important and very crucial issue which can actually help the agriculture to sustain role meaningfully. We have come a long way. In fact, long ago in the 70s, when there was food in the
sir, your voice is little breaking, sir. Mangirish sir.
We have now come to food surplus. In fact, we can claim that we can supply to the world. In fact, recently when we saw Now, all these things are very, very crucial. In fact, when we see that uh, uh, uh,
Man-
we, we
Mangiri
uh,
sir, let me take
uh,
over. I think there is some network issue from your side.
the farmers harvest. In fact, his harvesting time target means solely in the cold storage or in the right meaningful way of storage. All these things need to be done by all these things be done, and a proper mechanism has to be involved. Are properly taken care of. We store it properly. We sustain it. We give it a proper space, and then allow it to have the market in a meaningful way. So I'm sure we are going to deliberate on all these issues in the next 1 hour or so. I'm sure we have one of the best agriculture minister, Sri Ravi Naik ji, who has spent his lifetime with the people who work in the field, especially आमचे सगळे शेतकरी भाव भाटांकाम करपी तांच्या बरोबर तांणी आयुष्य काडलां. तांकां सगळें खबर आसा. तांकां भितरले गोम म्हणटा कितें ती खबर आसा. आणि ते आमकां कृषी मंत्री म्हणून लाभल्या. हे आमचे खरेंच एक बरें आमचे सुदैव. आनी त्या खातीर रवी नायक साहेब तुमकां वेलकम करपाक म्हाका खूब आनंद जाता आनी तुमचे कडल्यान आयकुपाक आमी मुद्दाम रावल्या. तांच्या मागीर आमचे सेक्रेटरी वी हॅव मिस्टर अरुण कुमार मिश्रा जी who will be also deliberating along with the director Mr. Neville, I'm sure, and Dr. Pradeep Sarmukadam. We are going to have something concrete coming out of all these things, wherein the produce which comes out from the agriculture will definitely be giving him the right yield, and he will be able to make the the best of it. So with all this, I welcome you again, all the delegates. I welcome you, and I'm looking forward for a very lively deliberation in next 1 hour or so. Thank you.
Thank you, Mangiri sir. Now I request our Honorable Minister for Agriculture to please proceed.
हांव पयले प्रथम आमचे मंगेश रायकर आणि आमचे डॉक्टर साळगोकर आणि तसेच बाय कोसंबे आणि आमचे सेक्रेटरी आणि आमचे डायरेक्टर तुमच्या पयलो आभार मानता की तुम्ही हेचे प्लॅटफॉर्म हाडले आणि आमचे गोंयचे शेतकऱ्यांक मार्गदर्शन करपाक किंवा ट्रान्सपोर्ट लॉजिस्टिक हेजेर सुद्दां भार दिवपाक आमी जे आतां फुडाकार घेतला तुम्ही एक बरी गोष्ट आसा की आमच्या गोंयांत जे कितें ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन जे जावपाक जाय कितें जे शेतकरी तयार करतात हे शेतकरी जे म्हाल बाजारांत पावपाक जाय जावं खंय स्टोरार पावपाक जाय हे सगळें काम हितूनच्यान जातलें आनी शेतकऱ्यांक हेचे बेनिफीट जातले. हांव परत एकदां आमचे बाब रायकर आनी बाब आमचे साळगोकर तशेंच बाय कोसंबे तुमी इनिशिएटीव घेतल्या. आमचे सेक्रेटरी तुमच्या वांगडा आमचे डायरेक्टर आसा हे सगळें तुमकां सांगतले. पूण आमकां दिसता की आमी इवन आमी पयर आमी शुगर फॅक्टरी गेल्लो आनी शुगर फॅक्टरी आमकां ते जे आसा ट्रान्सपोर्टेशना खातीर तांकां गोंयांत जागो ना. जेन्ना ते रस्त्यार आसता लोक झगडटा मारता तांकां म्हण आमी कितें केलें ते गेले आनी थंय 2 लाख स्क्वेअर मिटर ते ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन जे आसा ते सगळे ट्रान्सपोर्टवाल्यांक ते लॉजिस्टिक जे आसा तांकां सगळ्यांक आमी थंय आमी जागो दिवपाचो केला आनी तेजेर स्टडी करपाक आमी पुण्या आसपाचें आसा. हांव आमगेले सेक्रेटरी डायरेक्टर आमी पुण्याकूय वचपाचें आसा ते पळोवपाक थंय कशें अरेंजमेंट तशें आमी हांगा अरेंजमेंट करपाक आनी तेंका ती 2 लाखा भितर अरेंजमेंट करतले जास्त पडले जाल्यार आनीकय जागा आमचे कडेन आसा म्हणजे गोंयचे सेंटर एकच कडेन करतले ते धारबांदोड्यार ते धारबांदोड्याच्यान पडटा जस्ट 8 किलोमीटर 8 किलोमीटर हे सगळे आमी गोंयांत थंयच्यान ट्रक वयतले तेजे कडेन तशी कंडिशन त्या ट्रान्सपोर्टवाल्यांक घातल्या की थंयच्यान गोंयांचे सगळे ट्रक थंय रावचे आनी आमकां बेनिफिटूय आसा कित्याक आमचे कडेन पेट्रोल पंप आसा शुगर फॅक्टरी कडेन सो आमकां सगळे तशें हे जातले लोकांची सोय लोकांक एक्सिडेंट जावपाची ना आनी ते जे लोक येता ट्रान्सपोर्टवाले ते ट्रान्सपोर्टवाले सुद्दां तांकां न्हावपाची रावपाची सगळी कॅन्टीन सोय आमी थंय करतले म्हणजे जे तुमी आतां घेतले बाब रायकर आनी बाब साळगांव ते इम्पॉर्टंट आसा आनी हे खूब पयलीं जावपाक जाय आशिल्लें पूण आयज जाता ताका लागून आमकां क्रेडीट वयता बाब रायकराक बाब साळगांवकाराक तुका सगळ्यांक पण हे सगळे तरेचे जावपाक जाय अशें आमकां दिसता आनी आमी शेतकऱ्यांकय आमकां आमच्या गोंयांत जे कितें पिकता ते रोखडे मार्केटाक पावता जे बेळगांवच्यान जावं हुबळीच्यान खंयचे येता जावं दूद येता आनी कितें येता तेचे खातीरय आमकां एक काळजी घेवची पडटा ताका लागून आमी हे सगळे तरेचे लॉजिस्टीक जे आसा आमचे जावपाक जाय सगळे ते सगळे जातले आनी बाब रायकाराचे एक हे आसा इच्छा आसा ते जावचे म्हणून साळगांवचे बाब तुमचे हे खरें जातले आमी इनिशिएटीव घेवया आनी गोंयचे आमी जे कितें प्रोड्यूस जावं गोंय भायर येता ते आमी ते वायट जावचे न्हू पेड्यार जावचे न्हू म्हणून आमी काळजी घेवया पूण सगळ्यांक परत एकदां देव बरें म्हणटा धन्यवाद.
Okay.
Thank you, Ravi sir.
Thank you, Ravi sir. Now, our Secretary for Agriculture is also present here, Shri Arun Kumar Mishra ji sir. But I know he is burdened with some of his responsibilities. So hence, he is attending though. May not be able to interrupt or may be able to interrupt later. So how Magta, आमचे speaker directly, Director for Agriculture, Neville sir, to please proceed.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. The chief guest of today's conference, the Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Ravi Naik, guest of honor, Arun Kumar Mishra, Secretary for Agriculture, Government of Goa, Chairperson of ASSOCHAM, Mangirish Pai Raikar, Co-Chairperson, Dr. Sagar Salgaonkar, and my co-speakers, and all the participants of this virtual conference on strengthening agri-logistics sector in Goa, the challenges, opportunities, and the roadmap ahead. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate the ASSOCHAM Goa State Development Council for organizing this virtual conference today with an objective to boost the agriculture sector by strengthening the logistics in agriculture. This is in fact a very good concept that will help in providing knowledge to our farming communities, knowledge to our agri-based aspirants, agri-businessmen, and of course our consumers. Agri-logistic is a process of transporting agricultural produce and products from farm to the markets and to the consumers. Goa, we have got a lot of farmers, around 47 to 50,000 of farmers are there in Goa who are cultivating various type of crops. And most of the farmers, around 92% of the farmers are small farmers. And small farmers has always got big problems. This agri-logistic is a new industry that has emerged to solve the big problems of the small farmers by providing them necessary infrastructure and services. The central government our state government is providing necessary support for the same. A good agri-logistic infrastructure and services has not only increased the farmers' income, but also helped in reducing the food wastage at a time when there is ever increasing demand for food. In agriculture, logistics plays a central role in profitability. It is the backbone of agriculture, agribusiness, because if agriculture produce is there and if it not reached in the market at a particular time, the produce has got no value. So it is a backbone of agriculture which enables the connectivity between the production and the consumption center with the minimum loss of quality of the produce and quantity also. As we all know, agriculture is a huge industry, and the logistics industry is also very complex. In India, it is very complex. In Goa too, also it is very complex. This process of manufacturing, production, producing produce, products, value-added products, and selling, distributing them, and selling these products to the consumers is very, very complex. The issue of food wastage is central to India's efforts of improving food security. While focus is only on improving production, reducing food supply chain losses remains an unaddressed problem. So with this conference, we hope we will also address efforts to reduce the losses or reduce the supply chain losses. To strengthen this logistic and agriculture sector, there must also be improvement made in rural logistics, because our farmers, they live in rural areas, they cultivate their field in rural areas. So improvements are required in rural logistics. Strengthening of rural logistics is very, very important, which will help farmers to harvest and market the crops very effectively and very efficiently, thereby facilitating the communication. They serve to expand the market for agriculture products and produce. Agri-logistic will enable farmers, producers, organization, traders, the processors, the exporters, and corporates to safekeeping of their produce and fast track the delivery to market, which will definitely help the farmer to fetch a better price. The economy of India, if you see, the economy of India is fast expanding at a never seen before rate. And the demand for agriculture produce and products is also rising. So there is a lot of scope for strengthening the agri-logistic in Goa, which will help the farmer to get a higher price for their produce. If we see the challenges and the opportunities in our in Goa logistic, agri-logistic system, we will find pricing of a product is one of the challenge. Unless and until the producer, the farmer gets a good price, they will not be inspired to grow quality material. Pricing should be in such a way that the farmers get a good price. The players that are in this agri-logistic system should see that a part of the profit should be transferred to the farmers, so they are inspired to grow more and more quality material which will be acceptable not only our inland market but also our export purpose also. The pricing should be such a way that the farmers get a good price. And our state government has taken initiative. State government provides a sure price to vegetable and some fruits also at 150% of the cost of cultivation to help the farmers to sustain the rising investment and unpredictable markets. Of course, Goa being a small state and having only around 144,000 hectare of area, and we do not have much marketable surplus. We do not have a proper pack house in Goa, proper pack house in the state where sorting takes place, grading takes place, irradiation takes place, packing, storage facilities are not much available in Goa. But we have an opportunity here with the coming up of a new MOPA International Airport at MOPA in Pedne Taluka. We have a great opportunity here to start a new pack house where we will able to do all things right from sorting till grading, irrigation, packing, cold storage, storage facilities, and we will able to we will able to export our agri produce outside the country. And I along with my team recently visited the Mopa airport, and GMR officials were kind enough to offer the full cooperation for us. They have assured us all the cooperation to set up a pack house there, and we are in the process of planning a road ahead for this pack house, state-of-art pack house at New Goa International Airport at Mopa, which will definitely help our farmers to export their produce, and which will help them to get a good price for their produce. We have Goa State Agriculture Produce Marketing Board, and we have around 7 mandis, 7 markets in our state, and none of this market is linked online. But we are in the process of converting all these 7 mandis of Goa Agriculture Produce Marketing Board on online under INAM project. We have already started the project. By another 2 or 3 months. At least 1 or 2 mandis will be online with INAM Electronic National Agriculture Marketing INAM project of Government of India. Many a time intermediaries creates a problem there when they take the major chunk of profits to the opportunity or to come up with these issues, this challenge. We in Goa under central government scheme, under the leadership of our NABARD Goa, we are forming 12 FPOs, one in each taluka. This will definitely, 3 of has already been registered by NABARD. This will definitely help us in collecting and aggregating the agriculture produce from different farmers, from more particularly small and marginal farmers, and marketing it directly to the consumers by eliminating the middlemen, which will definitely transfer the share of profit to the farmers. Because transport is expensive. Transport is not that cheap nowadays. It's very expensive, and transport is the one thing that is required for transferring the agriculture produce to the consumers. Our state has got a road network, a very good road network, comparatively good road network. Almost every farm in the state is linked by a motorable road. I don't say all, but almost. And it is linked to the market. Our state highways, national highways are also being improved. As you move through the state, you see a lot of work is going on national highways. And Goa being a small state, we can easily link up our produce to Konkan Railways, to our Goa International Airport at Dapoli, and upcoming Mopa International Airport, and also our Marmugao Port Trust very easily. So Goa has got this opportunity. To market the agriculture produce not only in our state, not only within our country, but also outside the country. So if that agri-logistic click, then Goan farmers may see their produce in other parts of the world very shortly. Cold storage facilities are not much in Goa, but they are also not that inadequate. As I say, because Goa, we have a very less marketable surplus. Whatever we produce are been sold in Goa, and very less marketable surplus. So what we have is not inadequate, but there is a need to develop cold storage facilities for agri-export purpose, so that we Goans can cultivate more crops, more suitable crops. There are many crops which are suitable in Goa, and we can produce it, and then we can sell it outside the Goa as well as outside the country. And the farmer can get a better price and better earnings from this. Government has created a number of schemes for improving agri-logistics and ensuring that a farmer get a good price for the produce. Government has taken several steps with adequate budgetary provision to develop robust and integrated agri-logistics system in the country for the transportation of agri-produce. The government officer last year launched Kisan Rath, the mobile application to facilitate the farmers, producers organization and traders in hiring vehicles for transportation of agri produce. The mobile application is also integrated with ENAM, that is National Agriculture Market Portal, for facilitating load request of traders registered in ENAM portal. Goa, we are also in process of starting M Krishi app, where the farmer will able to sell their produce directly on the app directly to the consumer. We are in that process now. Planning are on. Our state government helps the farmer in lot many ways. We provide a lot of incentives with subsidies ranging from 35% to 50% and even 100% for creation of infrastructure like pack houses with sorting, grading facilities, cold rooms, reefer vans, ripening chamber, etc. And we provide subsidies ranging from 50 to 90% for cultivation of various crops. Our state government is always there supporting the farmers under our dynamic leadership of our Agriculture Minister, Honorable Agriculture Minister Ravi Naik. Our department is marching ahead in reaching every nook and corner of the state, in reaching out to every small and marginal farmer and all farmers in the state to see that they prosper effectively in the state of Goa. Before I conclude, I would like to congratulate ASSOCHAM Goa Council once again and wish them all the best for this program. We all look forward, our department look forward for such initiative of ASSOCHAM Goa in future, so that our farmers are benefited by such things. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Mr. Neville. Darshana, 1 minute. Neville sir, I really appreciate the way you have given us a roadmap, and I promise you that ASSOCHAM will definitely help in taking forward this initiative of building up infrastructure, especially for the logistics. Sir, you know, recently we had Goa Invest 22, where we connected with the other states for the entrepreneurs to come and invest in Goa, especially in logistics. I would request our Honorable Minister Ravi Naik ji to lead such delegations for road shows to other areas where we can invite our investors on PPP mode or on direct investment mode, so that the proper infrastructure, especially logistic infrastructure, is created. We have the best of it because we have the road network, we have the rail network, we have the air connectivity, and we have also the port connectivity. But the best part is, sir, we had recently meetings with North Canara, Dandeli, Shimoga, Hubli, as well as with the people from Kolhapur and other areas. They are willing to come to Goa to export to Middle East. So we can take advantage of this and start the process of building up infrastructure. Thank you very much for your initiative, and let us work together on this initiative. And Ravi Naik, my humble request to you that we are ready to participate in the process of inviting the entrepreneurs, getting the investors to formulate a new logistic era for Goa. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As Mangiri sir rightly said, this was very informative. Thank you, Neville sir. I would now request DGM Nabard, Vijay Deshpande sir, to please address your speech.
Yes, am I audible? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Ravi Naik sir. Secretary, Government of Goa, Secretary Agriculture, that is Arun Kumar Mishra sir. Dr. Pradeep Sarmakadam sir. Agriculture Director Neville Alfonso sir. And Chairman ASSOCHAM Riker sir. And my other co-panelists. Now, if you actually go at a countryside of Goa, maybe in the morning or in the evening, you find a lot of small retail vendors selling their produce, like 4 or 5 papayas, 20 bananas, some fruits, areca nuts, something, and those things. Now, when we are, and even some fisheries products also, some small fish items and all. When we see that, immediately the thing which strikes to us is whether they are getting the right price for the product, number one. Whether this product, what happens if this product doesn't get sold? So it perishes. So the perishability is, and the price realization are the two important things for anything. And that leads us to the discussion whether any logistic arrangement, whether we could have given to them, whether that would have helped them. Because that is where we thought that the small farmers, marginal farmers, everybody with a small land dwelling, they are having so many small products in their backyard, in their this one uh, in their farms. So they are not able to put them into the proper use to the sale or something. So if you take a roadmap of a papaya from the farm of that farmer to the consumer's table, the consumer's table could be within the country or it could be outside the country. When it comes outside the country, it goes to the export zone, and those challenges are different. But when it is within the country, we will have to build up some mechanism by which we may have to address the issue of logistics. Now, it is a catch-22 situation where the farmer will say that I don't have a logistic situation support here. How can I produce more? My product goes waste. Whereas on the logistics side, he will say, I am not able to give you logistics because you are not able to give me more economical size of the product. So that is where I think the government of India schemes will come in. And I think government of India has taken have put in good number of schemes in place. And NABARD has been fortunate to be associated with them with some funds parked to us. Now, one of the things is the central sector scheme, as Alfonso sir has already said, Neville sir, that the formation of the FPOs. Yes, we are finding that is FPO itself is a kind of a logistic which can be a big enabler. And when we have taken the three FPOs that we have sanctioned up to now, that is Bardes, Bicholim, and Pedne, we are in the process of more. So once they will, the farmer which was having the problem of a price realization will get solved partly. And if the collectivization effort, when the farmer is a company which is a Section 8 company, which is registered under that, if it takes advantages of the good financial base and develops its infrastructure for preservation, for marketing, for grading, for standardization, if these things they are able to do, I think that will be an answer to our logistics issues in Goa. So we are very optimistic with the finances that we have given. And that is not all, because this is the grant assistance for formation of FPOs is one side of it. NABARD also has supported the Agri Infrastructure Fund, which is Agri Infrastructure Fund. It is for the post-harvest and direct marketing infrastructure. It was formed by in 2020 by the Honorable Finance Minister, and with a allocation of 110 crores to Goa. And we are yet way off the mark of its utilization. So I think I will take this opportunity to put across that there is good number of government funds available for infrastructure, for post-harvest managing facilities, warehouses, you name the silos, the cold storage, and whatnot. So if these things are taken advantage of, there is also a credit guarantee for up to for MSME sector up to 2 crores by
I think there is some network connectivity issue.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah. You're live, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me,
I
sir.
will repeat the last thing. That is the credit guarantee is also available up to 2 crores for CGT MSC, and also the participating banks could be commercial banks, small finance banks, STCB, and the beneficiaries are going to be the PACs, SHGs, and lastly the FPOs. So these FPOs can be, if they are having the ability to take bigger loans, they can under agriculture infrastructure thing, they will be able to have, and maybe some small kind of a warehouse arrangement or a cold storage arrangement for the horticulture products and vegetable particularly, that can be worked out. And that can eventually, if my prophecy goes right, it can be utilized later for the exports also, if these FPOs function to their optimum capacity. So, and this is if it spreads to all over Goa. Right now, we have only tapped North Goa. For South Goa is on card, very much on card. So that also we should be able to foray into that area very shortly. And then there is, as Neville sir also said, that there are 7 mandis. So there is another agriculture marketing infrastructure fund scheme where there is a proposal to convert totally 22,000 rural hearts into agri marketing, this state of the art agri marketing services, and also upgradation of the APMCs. So this is also a very huge government initiative with a corpus of 20,000 crores, 2,000 crores part is NABARD for the purpose. And the basic and supporting, that is for the basic supporting infrastructure, panchayats, state governments, APMCs, marketing boards, sir, Neville sir. Marketing boards are also eligible under this. So in the form of the loans, then I think it is the interest subvention is available on in agri infrastructure also, agri marketing infrastructure also, 3% of interest subvention is available to make it little easy for the borrowers. And then in the rural heart, there is what they could be eligible for the rural heart, that can be upgradation, the open race platform, toilets, drinking water, garbage pits, drainage, etc. So these are the small things are also getting covered with these government initiatives. Then there is another which I would like to highlight. Another many 3-4 more funds are there, but I would like to particularly highlight one is agri culture. This is agri. This is for infrastructure for the animal husbandry. AHIDF, Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Scheme, which will cover the dairy infrastructure particularly, and then value addition for value addition, what is required in infrastructure, meat processing. It will for meat processing it is available. Animal feed plant, that is available. Then executive, these entities which will be eligible will be again FPOs, MSMEs, Section 8 companies, individual entrepreneurs also, subject to showing some promise. And then through STs, it can be financed through SCBs. Again, interest subvention is there, credit guarantee is there, eligible amount will be about 90% of the loan, and for 10%, 15% margin will be brought in by MSMEs, and maybe others will have to contribute 25% of their margin. So this is available. Food processing fund is available. We have discussed also earlier designated food parks, food processing companies, small companies. See, there is a lot of horticulture, vegetable are available. We should not take pride. I am very sorry to be little this one upright that saying taking the pride is by saying that a lot of countries this one goes waste, like United Kingdom, England. Food consumption that much is going waste here. No, I think that is not a good. This one we should take pride into that statement. It should reduce to Scotland, Ireland, and maybe Vatican. But that should be the amount of wastage reduction that we should be looking at. So I think we with these things there are many things available for from NABARD to offer. So I think we should be able to give more support, and those separately which can be worked out with the respective line department, fisheries department, agriculture department. So I'm looking forward to meeting on these lines very shortly and take advantage of the Government of India schemes for which NABARD is being made a nodal agency. I think that's all I would like to say on this point, and also again congratulate ASSOCHAM for giving me this opportunity, and I think we should open up something concrete. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for enlightening our minds and for your suggestions. We will look forward for more initiative like this. I request now Dr. Pradeep Sir Mukadam sir to please deliver your speech.
Thank you very much, Darshana. Respected Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Ravi Naik sir, Tashets Mangirish Bab, Deshpande sir from NABARD, our respected Director Agriculture who is sitting Neville sir, and most importantly, Shri Arun Kumar Mishra sir, who is also our Secretary for Environment. And we are very happy to have you all here, sir. आता सगळे प्रेझेंटेशन पळयल्या उपरांत आमकां अशें दिसतलें की गोंयान आमी कितें करता. तर एज अ गोवा, इफ यू लुक एट अवर सिच्युएशन, we cannot compete with other states who have very large land holdings and who are producing in a big way. So as a Goa government, there was a discussion that how should we go ahead branding our product. And there is where the biodiversity board was called, that we may not be producing large quantities and we may not be able to compete with other states, but definitely we have some premium items. Now, what are these premium items? If you look at our produce, here in the first slide itself, if you see, we have unique kokum, then we have a nutmeg, we have, whether it is Avero, Karambola, Bimla, or we have got jackfruit, which is wasted more than 90%. And we also have amla and other wild berries and other minor forest produce, which we have not thought of scientific cultivation, identifying its micronutrients, and can we really project ourselves as a destination which has unique, bioresources and premium products. So for anything that is premium, we always need brand. So the first thing that was discussed when Honorable CM was also part of the meeting, that Goa should have a unique brand, and these words by name Go1, where it is GOVAN and not GOAN. Go1, let us go to forest. Let us explore something that we had not actually explored. And that is how we started this brand by name Go1. And for the first time, this brand was coined under the Biodiversity Board. Now, why Biodiversity Board? Because also we are key state technical institute for one district, one product scheme. One district, one product, North Goa jackfruit and South Goa coconut. That scientific study was done by Biodiversity Board. So based on that, we came in the picture, and then the branding, marketing study, all this is happening under Biodiversity Board. So we thought that rather than just depending on other projects, can we develop a small scale, our own success story? So we started with the CSR support of Goa Shipyard. We contacted Goa Shipyard and we started with 2 multi-product processing center. First in the mining belt, that is in Padi, where even Darshana was involved in doing the initial video and feedbacks from the people. So I'm very happy to say that this has proven to be an interesting success story, because we started for the first time, we started purchasing the wasted bioresources and even the resources from agricultural farms and other places. The small farmers started supplying us these things. And now we are going ahead with this project. If you look at this, the recent video which we made, there was an opportunity because of the success story of Padi, wherein the local traditional recipes were used. Important to understand that traditional recipes of Goa, wherein we used all these items which are locally produced and normally wasted, and we manufactured unique products from these. And this was done through participation of women which are underprivileged or deprived of opportunities. And this is a small video which I will show you, wherein even Honorable Prime Minister appreciated this project. He interacted with this woman. So I'll show you 3 minutes video and then I'll speak for another few minutes. So I'm sure you will be able to appreciate this video. Yes. Can you all see and hear? I'm sure.
आत्मनिर्भर भारत
माननीय पंतप्रधान नरेंद्र मोदीजी
So we cannot see
कितें म्हणून
the video.
लोकल प्रॉडक्ट जो आसा पळय न्ही हाज्या खातीर आमी वोकल जावपाक जाय. आत्मनिर्भर भारत स्वयंपूर्ण.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll stop sharing and I'll share the screen as I was sharing. Yes, I will share a screen. Yes, now I think you should be able to see the video. Sure about it? Let me know if you cannot see. I'm sure you'll be able to see this video now.
आत्मनिर्भर भारत.
Can you see?
माननीय पंतप्रधान नरेंद्र.
Okay, then I will only say that if you cannot see this, I will like to show you the other part of the presentation. I think you can see my presentation We are a very
sir.
biodiversity rich place, but we have done very little to do the branding. And we are telling, when we tell people to conserve biodiversity, always question that we get. I have been trying this for last 6 years, talking to people that please conserve biodiversity because it has a lot of value. But they say, what am I going to get? And when you know 80% of the medicines come from nature, आजही 80% वखदां ही निसर्गातल्यान येता आमचेकडे, तरी पण आमची गोयची बायोडायव्हर्सिटी, how to put it on the plate, that was one question, and how farmer can make money. So what we thought is, we went ahead and we thought of having this project by brand name Go1. Now we will see, this is our Pali center. What we are doing at Pali center is, we are taking the local produce. You see here, आमले असतात, खारान घालपाचे आमले असो, किंवा all these products, value addition. See, if you get, say, coconut, if you get for 10 or 12 rupees, dried coconut, gudgude म्हणतात ती. But if you do the value addition and you made a cold pressed coconut oil, like this, I have it in front of me. If you look at this, it's a cold pressed coconut oil. लाकडाच्या घाण्यार काढिल्ले तेल with state brand. If you look at this, this is a Goan brand. Now this costing is also humble, and local coconut, authentic coconut, guaranteed melta. So because it is from the government project, people also trust. Tashets, the cost that you can get per coconut is high because you have now added value, and that too what is in demand today. So one is that. Then it is important when we look at having authentic food products, there are challenges. We do not have proper training facility. जेन्ना आमच्या बायलांक ट्रेनिंग दिवपाचे चिंतले आमी, आमकां खूब कडेन वयचे पडले. सो एक जाग्याचेर, जशें आतां साऊथ गोवा, केव्हीके आणि आमी दोगूय मेळून 2 इन्क्युबेशन सेंटर घालतात. We are putting incubation center, so we'll have proper training. Then, which is the technology? See, farmer does not know which is the best technology for making oil. How can we make avla candy? Which is the best technology for dryer? Why farmer? I will tell you, in spite of our all technical people, when we sourced some good dryers, आम्ही 3-4 dryer घालून पळयले. One of them was smelling, another was not giving good output. So there are a lot of technical problems. So infrastructure. Now, if we start producing, we need a proper packaging. Like our director sir already said, we don't have pack house, we don't have warehouse, we don't have control temperature. There are many problems. आमच्याकडे कितें ना हे पळोवपाक गेल्यार कांयच ना अशें दिसपाक लागलें. पण how can we go ahead with this situation? So what we thought is, there are a lot of challenges, but we have to start at some point. So what we did is, we focused on value addition, and we normally went into, see, jackfruit was our main. Last year आम्ही जवळजवळ 3,500 jackfruit process केले. Now this is the brand. तुमकां जे वदळ हांव सांगतालो, this is the brand. If you look at this, this is the brand. Even if हो जो brand आसा न्ही, हो जर आमी कपाटान सुद्धा दवरलो जाल्यार सुद्धा तुमकां पयसल्यान दिसपाक जाय अशें डिझायन केला. Then look at the other things. See, concept is what? When we want people to save biodiversity, आमी निसर्ग सांबाळा म्हणटा. कित्याक सांबाळटले? When they get benefit. So तांचे लायव्हलीहूड, म्हणजे तांचे जी उपजीविका, डेलीचे काम आसा, तातूंत जेन्ना आमी तांकां फायदो मेळटलो तेन्ना ते झाड सांबाळटले. म्हणजे झाडां पासून आतां जॅकफ्रूट, आमी जेन्ना प्रोजेक्ट सुरू केलो तेन्ना एकल्या मनशान 25 झाडां तोडपाचे फायनल केल्ले. पण ज्या दिसा आमी ताका ताचे पयशे दिवन ताचे कडल्यान झाडां विकत घेतली, he decided he will not cut the tree. So saving conservation happens only when people get benefit. That's why we started with this. Local people, local farmers are involved. Village Panchayat biodiversity management committees are involved. Then we have general public. Now we are organizing a lot of sales. Mall the Goa kade tie up kela. Then we have tie up with Monginis also manufactured special cake from our pulp. So we have done lot of tie-ups, and the objective, who are the stakeholders? Very importantly, the general public are buyers. If you see local public and local farmers, they are the important people because they supply us. Now, most important, Agri logistics and how they are crucial. See, having cold chain, jackfruit, we cannot produce after say June, July. Then you don't get jackfruit, but the maximum demand is for jackfruit pickle. Suppose, or jackfruit kule je ka म्हणटा आमी ते tender jackfruit. खूप demand असता, but if we have a cold chain, cold storage chain, then we can conserve it, preserve it for another 4 months, say up to December also. Then what can happen is we can give the fresh material and farmers will get more money. So possibility of having new airport can extend our export possibility. So premium brand. Now we cannot focus on large scale supply of many items except paddy. Paddy we can think of large scale. Others, jackfruit can be large scale, but others we have small quantities. So we'll have to look at a premium brand with certain high cost. म्हणजे आम्ही चड कॉस्ट दिवन जर वेगळे कितें आमी लोकांक दिलें तरच आमच्या शेतकऱ्यांक फायदो जातलो. आम्ही जर कॉम्पीट करपाक गेले बाकी कडेन आमचे वी डू नॉट हॅव दॅट प्रोडक्शन, वी हॅव टू एक्सेप्ट इट. देन वी आर हॅव्हिंग टाय अप विथ आरडीए. आरडीएचे आमकां फायदो कितें जाता की तांचे कोल्ड चेन आसा. सी कन्वर्जन्स ऑफ गव्हर्नन्स, प्रत्येक जण आपले वेगळे करता अशें केलें जाल्यार जावचें ना. एग्रीकल्चर डिपार्टमेंट वेगळे करता, आरडीए वेगळे करता आणि कोण वेगळे अशें जावपाक ना. सगळ्यांनी एकीकडे येवन करपाक जाय. सो नाव फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट इज ऑर्गनायझिंग through Forest Development Corporation Cashew Festival. Now, fortunately, Director of Agriculture and myself was there. So it is again related to biodiversity, bioresources. Again, it is related to ICR and CCRA who have developed how many varieties are there. So like this, we are going ahead. And in last 2-3 minutes, I would like to just say that अशें एक multi-product processing center ज्या जाग्यार we are developing guideline for how to harvest it. How to harvest. Harvesting teams, how to collect, sorting, grading, washing, then processing product and packaging. So आता important तुमकां सांगपाचें म्हणजे हे आमचे सेंटर पाळी. So our honorable minister for environment was also minister for electricity last time. So he gave us abandoned electricity quarter which we have modified and renovated to make a beautiful multi-product processing center. These were the training centers. आम्ही केरळाच्यान trainer invite केलो आणि बायलांक ट्रेनिंग दिवन we selected 12 women. Then this is a multi-product processing facility which we established through CSR fund. And if you look at this, these are the women who are manufacturing, and these are some of the products. If you look at mango pulper, एक 10-12 टन mango we get a pulp. Now this is about Ingla squash we have these women who are working, and we have many types of machines. Like this is a place where we can do bags. Yeah, we'll go to our amche centracher. Even wastewater we are not letting out. Wastewater is treated by nature based solution. We have this another center, dusre center amche Pontemol, that is in Savarne. So like this, you can see the women who are working. Some of them are not even SSE. And I'm happy to tell you that rice from local rice, Korgut rice we have branded. Now we'll be branding Patni, Asgo. Then Nachni, local Nachni, pepper, miri. Then even our cashew and many things we are selling. I'm happy to say that NABARD supported us by purchasing our cashew nuts. Many departments are supporting. Many departments, they are giving our gift hampers from Goan because it is an umbrella brand. And our objective is even a small farmer should be able to sell through this brand. एक लहान शेतकरी जर या ब्रँडात, and even our water is ROC. So we are state of the art with all this machinery here and so many products. This is how we sell it. So that is a brief presentation about our project. I would like to thank ASSOCHAM for this excellent opportunity that they gave us. And हांव मागता की सगळ्यांनी आमच्या प्रोजेक्टार विजिट दिवची. And you know that from same produce you can earn more. And we need more logistic arrangements, warehouse, packing, because now slowly within next 2 to 3 years we can think of export. Dev bare karo. Thank you.
Thank
you,
you, Dr.
sir.
Pradeep. Darshana, 1 minute. Thank you, Dr.
Please
Pradeep.
proceed.
Yeah, you have
Thanks.
given an excellent presentation, and I have been privy to your both the projects, visiting Pali as well as Pontemol, and very much impressed with it. I'm sure, although it is on micro scale, it can be scaled up, provided there is good logistic support given to it. So,
Yes.
like I mentioned earlier, with the help of NABARD, who is always there on the forefront to help us,
Yes.
we can definitely take the initiative along with Director of Agriculture and under the guidance of our Honorable Minister, Shri Ravi Naik Saab, we can
Yes, sir.
definitely make it happen. And I'm sure together, after this, I think our Assistant Director Darshana is a very proactive person. She is going to come out with a white paper on all those speeches which are come here, so that we can collate the substance in it and
Yeah.
take it forward. And I'm sure
Yes.
ASSOCHAM will be with you to bring in investors to make it happen.
Thank
Together,
you, sir.
let us make it happen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Only one point, sir, I would like to make that I would request our honorable minister and secretary sir to also find some time and come to visit आमचे सेंटर एकदा पळया सर तुम्ही आणि था सेंटरा अशी डिस्ट्रिक्ट मिनरल फंड हॅज प्रॉमिस्ड अस टू गिव्ह प्रपोजल सबमिट केला आणि मायनिंग बेल्ट आणि डिस्ट्रिक्ट मिनरल फंड आमकां नॉर्मली मायनिंग बेल्टान दिता कित्याक ही दोनूय आमी CSR फंडांतल्यान घेतली अशी जर ठिकठिकाणी सेंटर जायत सर तुमकां सांगता की लास्ट इयर वी परचेस्ड almost 1 ton of local turmeric from local farmer तांची विकून वचनाशिल्ली सो आम्ही ती घेऊन आम्ही हळद पावडर करून विकली आमकां म्हारग पडली ती पण तरी सुद्धा आम्ही विकली कित्याक सो आम्ही मागता की डायरेक्टर ऑफ एग्रीकल्चराक आम्ही रिक्वेस्ट केला की आमचो जो सेंटर आसा इज अ गव्हर्नमेंट सेंटर सो आमकां रिकॉग्नाइज करचे एज अ प्रोक्युअरमेंट एजन्सी म्हणून सो दॅट जी कितें मिनिमम सपोर्ट प्राइस बी शेतकऱ्यांक मेळपाक शकता ती पास करपाक शकता सो दॅट जेन्ना बागायतदार घेवपाक शकना किंवा बाकीचे लोक घेवपाक शकना आम्ही घेवपाक शकता आणि ताचे प्रोडक्ट करून विकल्या उपरांत त्या प्रोडक्टाचेर शेतकऱ्याचो फोटो दिसता सर हांगा इम्पॉर्टंट कितें आमचे प्रोडक्ट तुम्ही स्कॅन करत न्ही यू कॅन सी द फोटो ऑफ द फार्मर अँड वेर इट वॉज प्रोसेस्ड द होल स्टोरी बिहाइंड द प्रोडक्ट सो आय थिंक दॅट इज माय रिक्वेस्ट अँड थँक यू व्हेरी मच.
Thank you, Pradeep Sir Mukadam, sir. And we, on behalf of ASSOCHAM Goa and all the eminent dignitaries, delegates and speakers, I wish your project all the very best. We be part of project also, so this project was very interesting. The only issue was, as you rightly said, was warehousing and logistics, for which we are now here to discuss on this issue. So thank you, sir, for all the information you provided to us. And now I would request Anbu Shejian sir from Brookman India Private Limited, logistics company, to please take over and proceed on your speech.
Yeah, thank you, Darshana. Am I audible to all?
Yes.
Yes, please. Please go
Yeah,
ahead.
good evening, Honorable Minister, Shri Ravi Naik, and thanks for the opportunity given by ASSOCHAM, Director Mr. Shri Manguresh Bhai Raikar and Ms. Darshana. It's a highly privileged occasion for us also, being in Bangalore, and we are headquartered in Chennai. So we could able to present our experience, share our information to the entire in this conference, and of course, at the lighter view, I think whatever NABARD or Director of Agriculture Shri Neil has given, it is going to be a comprehensive presentation from my side. So they've already mentioned what I was supposed to say. It's going to be a comprehensive presentation, and thanks Dr. Pradeep also. I could able to see very wonderful this thing. Probably I think I felt I've been in the homeland because I've done my agriculture in Rahuri, Mahatma Phule Krishi Vidyapit. So I could able to hear the good Marathi synonyms from every one of you. Thanks. I was so elated to see and hear this thing. Thank you. And I'll just go a little about our company, introduction about our company, our presence in India and Netherlands. And I'll just share some experiences what we have done on the agri-logistics point of view. I'll just go for sharing the video. Yeah, Brookman Logistics India Private Limited is a Netherlands-based company. It's a Dutch-based, and we are headquartered in Rotterdam, and we are more than 62 years old company. And in India, our presence is more than 36 years. So we could able to just give a glimpse of our milestones, which we have traveled in India starting from Mumbai, and when the company was incorporated in 1988, and then starting from our Mumbai office, and then we slowly stepped up our presence in all over India. Now ours is all India presence. We have got more than 17 offices, 14 of our own office, and 3 offices as a representative office. And we are part of course, I would be privileged to say, we are proud to say that we are part of the conventional logistics, as well as warehousing and distribution, domestic transportation, as well as we work with a lot of these projects, especially with the agriculture and pharma, which is a niche thing which is coming up in India, which will also give a lot of sharing of information mutually. So this is our slight expansion from where we are and where we are right now. And we have our office in Goa as well since 2004. And we are, of course, thanks to our Goa office who got connected with ASSOCHAM, and they could have they got connected us here, where we were doing a FDI project here in Karnataka. So I could able to share some experiences on this one also, and a video at the last stage. Okay. And of course, we are into conventional logistics. We do all sort of services on the logistics side, like air freight, sea freight, and our transportation domestic, and then custom clearances. We are into FTWC, cold chain, and projects, warehousing and distribution, and chartering. So these are all our variety of services which we are offering to all sort of industries, starting from engineering, so from agriculture, perishable, pharma. We cover all the industries. Now, coming back to the challenges and opportunities, especially for the agri logistics in state of Goa, I could able to gather some inputs from the website, which I could able to throw it up here. And of course, Sri Neil Alfonso, Director Agriculture, is there. So maybe the statistics are what I have picked it up from the websites which has been given by the Goa state government to the Ministry of Agriculture. And it's proud that you have got a very fantastic thing like plantation, the coverage of 87,720 hectares in the area, which you have given the production schedule to the Ministry of Agriculture. The same with fruits and vegetables. And of course, I'm going through these statistical data. I think Goa, though it is a very small state, you're still contributing around 8% of the national this thing on the fruits, as well as vegetables is a little bit less. Probably the proximity to your other places like Belgaum, where they are trying to feed Goan market. Okay, and this is the details which I have got it. And of course, your strength, what I would say is you are sitting on a cash pile, which is a cash crop, which is cashew. It's one of the valuable crop which cannot be grown in all the places. And the soil which Goa has got, we know it's a red soil, red loamy soil, which gives, it facilitates the cashew, this thing, and the tropical humid climatic conditions. So that is one of the cash crop which always we think about saying that, okay, we can export this one, and our cashews are being sought by Japan and Europe and Middle East. And it's a big value for these countries where you got, as a Goa, as a niche market, you can be independent of exporting these from your airport and from your port. Okay, and of course, Alsando is also a legume, which this is the average production which is being given. I've taken these statistics from the website. And of course, Dr. Pradeep has indeed mentioned about Mankurad mango as well as Kogut rice. Of course, I have not mentioned Kogut rice. Here we are talking about fruits and vegetables, which would, it was interesting to know about Mankurad mango and Moira banana, which is also a strength for Goan market. I think you have got the strengths of all these fruits and vegetables and the cash crop. And now coming back to the challenges, I would say that what actually Sri Nivilji has mentioned already, that post-harvest practices and damage and losses during transportation, and of course lack of infrastructure, and the connectivity to the mainstream of requirements where this produce is required at the right time. Accessibility to the markets, and of course it depends upon where there is a demand, high demand, and where you can try to sell your produce in a much profitable way. Okay, and already there is a system which is operating. In fact, Sri Nivilji has mentioned about e-norms as well. Okay. I'll just come to the next one. Okay, there are two ways which I have divided, saying that okay, there is a pre-harvest expertise which is required, which I will be running a video at the last end of the session, which will definitely educate the panel, saying that what actually we are talking about the pre-harvest expertise. It is not only the post-harvest after handling it, pre-harvest, the maturity of the fruit or maturity of the whichever is the product what we are trying to grow at the right time at the optimum levels, because there are certain cases where farmers always have a perception that more the number of fruits in a plant. If I talk example in a capsicum, I need a cluster of capsicum in a plant, then I get more. So which doesn't work out, and it should be always optimized. It should be optimum in production, optimum in harvesting, and then optimum in handling as well. And this gives a good yield and this good quality as well. Okay, and post harvest, of course, pack houses at farm level, and FPO, which already we have mentioned it from Mr. Neville, Sri Neville, and NABARD, Mr. Vijay Deshpande also has mentioned. And for grading and sorting, packing, these FPOs can be of very good use. I think I would suggest that which interesting documentary information which I could able to see is your neighboring state, Maharashtra, Sayadri Farms is a very good FPO, which is running a successful FPO, which will be a good model to study and how farmers are getting collated in one location and then trying to share this and running it successfully. Of course, that Sayadri Farms also has got various levels of processing and pre-cooled chambers, cold chain chambers, which are being used by the variety of small holding farmers, because that is more or less useful for the small holding and the marginal landowners, which will definitely help them to use these resources, and they cannot invest on their own. Okay. Of course, when we talk about the other product which I have not mentioned here, Ratnagiri mangoes, which is very accessible for the Goa airport or seaport, which it can be shipped out. And you need to have specific IQF and then ripening chambers as well. And this should be a facility which should be available at the port of exit when it is for the export. Okay, and of course, to all this will be connected through transportation through refrigerated trucks, which is a must to maintain the temperature or arrest the process of ripening in most of the fruits and vegetables. Okay, now the roadmap ahead, which I could able to suggest, which already it has been mentioned by NABARD's Mr. Vijay Deshpande and then Sri Neville Alfonsa. Use of tech platforms, Neville ji has indeed mentioned, and there is already a tech platform of mobile app, which is Krishi Raj, which is getting connected to ENAM, national, I mean, the new version of APMCs. And same way, I would say APIDA, Agriculture Process Export Development Authority, has got a lot of apps and website nets where the farmers can also get registered, like HortiNet, TradeNet, where traders also can get registered them, and then they can try to locate the best market to sell their produce through the tech platform. And that's one privilege which tech platforms have. And I would say the small and marginal farmers should be encouraged to form these FPOs, which is a very good move. Central government has moved it, and in Karnataka it is very progressive, and in certain pockets of Tamil Nadu, in Maharashtra it is very successfully running. So there are a lot of cash crops and fruits and vegetables, starting from processing and selling the fruits, raw fruits, onto the processed packaged foods. FPOs are very successful, and of course, private, public, and partnership is what we can try to do. We indeed have, for the PPP model, I'll just show you a video where in Karnataka, we have formed a consortium under one of the consultants from on behalf of Dutch government, Larive International. And we could able to join hands with the agronomist, with the retailer, with the farmers. So it was, of course, logistics from our point of view. We all got tagged up as a consortium of members, and then we started educating, we started empowering the farmers on what best they can use their land or the greenhouses which they have built. So that was a real successful on a pilot basis. Around 750 farmers in and around Bangalore, we could able to convince and then get the quality produce. I would say that it was optimum handling of harvest, optimum handling of the crop, and of course the best price from the retailer. We got tied up with Big Bazaar at that time. Of course, Big Bazaar is not there, and then they used to procure all the produce without any hesitation, because we could able to put the SOPs in place with the farmers, what actually the consumer needs through retail outlets like Big Bazaar. So that was one of our experience, which I will be sharing it through a video. And of course, the main thing is we all know that agri logistics, the food wastage is around 45% nationwide, and the main concern of this is going to be the logistics part of it. At the production level, if you talk about 45%, at the production level, at least 10 to 15% is getting lost because of the handling, and balance through the logistics on handling at the last mile deliveries, or to the mandis, or to the markets. So this is one this thing to reduce food wastage. What best they can plan. The farmers are very inquisitive, and also they are very shrewd enough to understand what is actually they have the market information. For example, I did interacted with my peer colleagues who have handled APMC markets during 93 and 96 in Belgaum, and it was Belgaum fruits and vegetables was a big market, and it's about 93 kilometers from Belgaum to Goa, and they used to get all the vegetables to Goa, and then that's how they market it. So the growers in Belgaum, they know that okay, they have got a very potential market in Goa. They can sell their produce. Okay, and this is a market information which they have, and then they could be able to easily reach out there also because of the distance. Though there was no requirement of any refrigerated trucks, they could able to send the fresh produce. Okay, if the infrastructure is in place, I think we can slightly tweak this demand and supply, which also can benefit the farmers in a better way. And coming back, I think after the domestic one, we have also helped out a lot of farmers for their export processes, because we have encouraged these type of small and marginal farmers to come together to form a FPO, and through FPO, since FPO is similar to a company act, they can also get registered as an importer and exporter, and they can also get a registration of GMP, good manufacturing practices. There's a certificate which is required for them to export these vegetables and fruits to Europe or to the developed nations. This becomes a easy way. It is something like an accreditation which is being given. And of course, and the compliances when we talk about for the export, I think ASSOCHAM and Chamber of Commerce are vital. They play a vital role in facilitating this one, especially on the certificate of origins. Either we talk about the local Indian Chamber of Commerce, or if it is GSP, they all facilitate this one to the farmers, which can be also a privilege for the farmers to export it very easily. So, and of course, now I've just, as I was mentioning, that it was actually a comprehensive way of everyone has put this one. NABARD, which extends the credit, I think Mr. Vijay Deshpande has mentioned how much of funds have been allocated, starting from 2,000 crores to 22,000 crores, which is nationwide. which can be utilized by the Goa government very well. And for the cold chain and pack houses, NCCD is a central organization, National Center for Cold Chain Development, which also facilitates most of the state governments and the Union Territory to form cold chain warehouses and pack houses. Of course, APIDA I do have mentioned. There are a lot of websites which APIDA has got, where farmers can or FPOs can get registered with them, and then they can try to leverage the marketing of their produce. Okay, and APIDA does have one thing which is related to our logistics and custom clearance, which is called a SWIFT for the exports, single window interface for facilitating trade, which is being accessed through the ICE gate, which is Indian Customs EDI gateway, where any exporter who is registered, like, or any FPO is getting registered for the export market, they need to have the plant quarantine measures, plant quarantine certificate, and certificate of analysis, all these things, and even animal quarantine. When we are talking about, Dr. Pradeep was talking about animal husbandry and dairy this thing development as well. So for all these things, we can have this facilitated through a single window, where they need to just load all the certificates in one go, and then the export clearance happens and your produce is exported very easily. So this is what precisely I wanted to say. And of course, I have got a video which I will just show it at the last this thing. Apart from this one, I would also like to show our presence in India, which is about 14 offices, our own offices in India, and 3 representative offices in Rajkot and Karur and Aurangabad. Okay, let me just stop sharing this one. I hope this is very clear, and I'll just try to play the video. I'll just give a short note about this video, which we are, as Brookman Logistics India is a Netherlands-based company. There was an initiative from Dutch government to engage the farmers in the food, reducing the food wastage and selling their produce in a highly profitable environment where they can improve the quality and also the quantity of production. So related to this one, this was a 5-year project between 2015 to 2020. We were associated as a logistics partner, where we could able to guide the farmers how to handle at the post-harvest level, at the farm level, as well as we could able to educate them at the retailer level, how the produce is being received and how it is being perceived by the consumers. So I'll just stop this presentation and then I'll just go for the video, which will give more insight. Sorry. This one. Just a moment.
The changing climate is the greatest issue of our time. Future generations need us to be faster, faster, and unleash exponential innovation. OpenText customers are already innovating using the digital world.
Can you hear the voice?
India has a rising population of 1.3 billion people. While the country's farmers are able to grow sufficient grains, fruits and vegetables for the nation, poor handling of fresh food results in 18% of India's produce, worth $1.8 billion, going to waste every year.
ನಾನು ಓಪನ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯವಸಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ತರಕಾರಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳಿತೀನಿ. ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಸೌತೆಕಾಯಿ ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಸಿಕಮ್ ಬೆಳಿತೀನಿ. 1 ಎಕರೆ ಸೌತೆಕಾಯಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 20 ಟನ್ನಿಗೆ ಒಂದು 5 ಟನ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ವೇಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಸಿಕಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 10 ಟನ್ ವೇಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
Everybody knows that the Indian market, when it comes to agriculture and food production, has the challenge to deal with waste. 35–40% of the products, once harvested, is wasted by the time it gets to the shelf. The Dutch government and the initiative made by FoodTech India partners is to reduce the waste.
FoodTech India is a public-private partnership which started in 2015. The partnership consists of Rixwan, Brookman Logistics, TNO, Future Group, Larive International and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Netherlands.
The objective is mainly to reduce the wastage of the food productions from the farmer's level to the end customer.
The objective of the FoodTech India initiative is to reduce food wastage in India through the implementation of an integrated supply and cold chain for vegetables cultivated in greenhouses. To enable this, FoodTech India has developed a demonstration polyhouse in Tumkur that can train farmers and showcase technologies from the Netherlands to upgrade the horticultural sector.
The strength of FoodTech India is that we have been able to combine the expertise, the knowledge and the practical know-how we have as partners under one roof, FoodTech India. Coordinated by Larive from Zeist, we each play our role.
The initiative has developed a training program to transfer knowledge to 10,000 farmers on achieving high-yield produce in greenhouses.
Growers, they learn to produce in a very good way, so they earn more money by having more production and also a better quality, so that they get a better price in the whole value chain. The other thing is to train the farmers. We can of course supply seeds, but without training you lose a lot of yield.
And FoodTech India has engaged agronomists to continually educate the farmers on best cultivation practices and crop safety.
We at FoodTech India promote our farmers to grow their crops in protected environment, teaching them how to handle the crop in terms of pruning, keeping the greenhouse under hygiene conditions, then early detection of the pests, promoting the APM practices. Our focus is on to improve the quality of the produce, improve the yield, ultimately reduce the wastage.
FoodTech India has collaborated with partners to support and train Karnataka farmers, working towards the vision of waste-free India.
Rixwan supply a high-quality seed which are really meant for the indoor cultivation. They are getting the high yield and their economic level have been drastically improved compared to the open field.
While Rixwan provides high-quality seeds and cultivation expertise to the farmers, Brookman Logistics provides logistics for the collection of vegetables from farms and all the way to retail delivery.
We handle the cold supply chain for this specific project of FTI, and our job is to ensure the complete value chain is maintained in a temperature sensitive environment.
We would like to train them saying that okay, this is how it has to be loaded in a crate, and the crate should not weigh more than 20 or 16 or 18 kgs. This will be loaded into the truck in a very systematic way.
And Future Group secures access to market by buying the vegetables from the farmers and selling them at their retail stores.
Once we receive the material from the farmer, we sort, grade the materials, put it into the cold room, pack the materials, and then distribute the materials from here to our Future Group operated own stores.
Farmers who have joined the FoodTech India initiative have greatly benefited from the project through higher yields, less use of pesticides and chemicals, and higher quality products and less wastage. These are factors that have led to lower costs and higher profits.
The main objective is, of course, to provide enough high-quality vegetables for the Indian consumer.
If you really want to do something for the farmers in India, you have to create an end market for them, and that's what we're doing with FoodTech India.
Food Tech India is reducing food wastage through the establishment of an improved supply and cold chain. And the initiative is enabling sustainable, inclusive economic growth among local small-scale farmers in India.
So could you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think this was a short video. Of course, this was in a controlled temperature, which is in greenhouses. I know that Goa is very hot, I mean tropical, with a lot of humidity. Greenhouses, to a certain extent, towards Pune or other area may work out. But here, I think you need to have a lot of controlled temperature modalities to have the apt output. But this was actually a pilot project for 750 farmers, where we were also trying to educate them to go for the open fields. So this can also be replicated in the open fields, and then it can be practiced. And of course, mainly FPO and the grouping the margin and then low holding farmers is main criteria for this success of this project. So thank you once again, Darshana, for the opportunity, and Ashokam, Shri Manguresh. And of course, I would like to thank my team of people who have supported from Brookman Logistics India Private Limited, and my peer colleagues who are there in various positions as a Deputy Director of Agriculture in Tamil Nadu, Dr. Guruswamy in Madurai Madurai University, and Gautama. So all these people have contributed their experiences when they have worked in this belt. Thanks a lot once again for our opportunity to share our experiences with you all. Thanks once again, sir. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, Mr. Ambu Sayan. It was really nice to hear you. And in fact, we are motivated by some of the things that you have told us. We have an agriculture college here, which is a vocational college. It's a community college. And we have a tie-up with Dutch Hesse University in Netherlands.
Okay,
We get
very good, sir.
students who come here along with their professors who are their guides, and a lot of research work has been done in the past. We also have research work done on the value addition and food processing activities of various products ranging from jackfruit to pineapple and other products as well. So I would like to take this opportunity to request you that along with your organization, which is also a Dutch organization, we have training programs along with Director Neville for the farmers in Goa to protect, because it takes months to produce and only days to perish. I mean, it's a very sad story when the things perish. Because the farmers have to get adequate dues for what work they have put in. So I'm sure that we together can work towards making this happen. Let us have a good training session, not only in batches. It could be in various formats. It could be for various segments, for various sectors, and I'm sure there are other areas of operation also. Like we did not, only restrict only to the horticulture, but it can be also for the dairy products, for the meat, for other areas as well, poultry products as well. The reason is, very shortly, our Mopa airport is going to be a logistic hub for the food products, especially arising out of the produce from the farm. And this is going to be a big challenging job for these state farmers. So I'm sure, let us try begin somewhere and make them aware how they can benefit, how they can make all these for a longer time, preserve for a longer time, and benefit from the produce. So let us work together. And second aspect is we would also look forward to you for promoting and motivating other people to, including your company, to come to Goa for more investments, especially in this segment, maybe in a PPP mode or whatever. And let us work towards making Goa state beneficial to the farming community.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you.
a lot. Thanks a lot, Mangaresh ji. It's a honor for our organization as well, and we could able to share a lot of our experiences, which is also going to be productive. And I mean, during our education days, which we say that the reach to the, I mean, when we say there is a colloquial way of saying that, okay, all agricultural produce is being done as a wet market. Okay, you see the Adidas shoes in the showroom, but whereas what we consume daily, it is being जो रास्ते में बिकता है ना, तो वेट मार्केट. तो इसके हिसाब से जो हमेशा वो कहावत चलता रहता है. Now I am so happy as an agriculture graduate also that I could able to just facilitate, motivate these type of things, and then I could be part of this one. I am so grateful to you and to ASSOCHAM also. Thanks. Namaskar again for this opportunity. Thanks to everyone, sir. Thank you.
So this was very informative, and we could also see, हमें देखने को भी मिला कि हमारे adjacent states में कैसे लोग procure करते हैं, warehousing system उनका कैसा होता है, and the logistic aspect which was actually people need to know in my state of Goa. And however, we need to also increase the production capacity as well. We have here all the experts here, and of course, Mangiri sir is very much well expert in agriculture field. So I also look forward for such kind of programs in near future. And I would like to end this session here on behalf of my co-chair, Dr. Sagar Sargaonkar. I would like to close this program. First of all, this was a very extremely useful session. We had eminent speakers from different and diverse background for us to have some good knowledge about agriculture, logistics, and to discuss some of the opportunities, challenges. And I'm sure we will be able together to draw a roadmap to work in our state and implement the deliverables which we have discussed. On behalf of ASSOCHAM, yeah.
Just 1 minute. First and foremost, I would like to thank our mentor, our friend, our guide, Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Shri Ravi Naik ji, for his blessings and for his presence and for his words of wisdom that he gave us. Thank you very much, Mantri ji. Thank you so much for being here and being with us throughout. Yes, Darshana, you can go ahead now.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Special thanks to, of course, the Honorable Minister for Agriculture, because he was very interestingly listening to this program, and he was on time, and he is also in this program throughout. तुम्ही सर पहिली बेगीन जॉईन झाले, आतापर्यंत रावले, तुम्ही ऐकले सगळे प्रत्येक लोकांनी जे उलयले, and I'm sure there will be some very good innovatives or innovations which will be done in this sector in Goa under your leadership, of course. So I would like to give you a special thanks, and of course our guest of honor is also there here, Shri Arun Mishra sir. Due to some difficulties, he could not speak because he had some prior work engagements. However, he was listening to this session, and he texted me that he is listening to every eminent speaker very attentively. So thank you, Arun sir, also to you. And here I am honored now to close this program by giving a closing remark. First of all, on behalf of ASSOCHAM Goa Council, it is my honor to say some closing remarks today. We have gathered extremely significant information from you eminent speakers, and I'm sure we will be able to use this conversation, whatever you have discussed, in a very practical mode in my state. First, I would like to thank all the esteemed delegates and participants for your presence and active participation that has contributed to make this conference a great success. I would like to express my gratitude and appreciation to all the respected eminent speakers and their excellent thought-provoking talks, values, inputs, and ideas which you have provided us during this program. Further, I extend my sincere gratitude to Honorable Chief Guest, Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Ravi Naik sir, our guest of honor, Shri Arun Kumar Mishra, IAS, Secretary for Agriculture, and to all our eminent speakers, once again, I would like to mention you all, Director of Agriculture, Shri Alfonso sir, from Brookman, Anu sir, from the Goan project in charge and GSBB Member Secretary Dr. Pradeep Sir Mukadam sir, from NABARD our DGM Deshpande sir, and of course our chair Shri Pangirish Pairaikar sir. On behalf of ASSOCHAM, I would also like to thank our supporting partners for this program, which is NABARD, and also like to thank our Presidium partners, Renew Power, SpiceJet, and Transport Corporation of India. Finally, I must say that the organizing team who have organized this and who has backed us technically from our HO, I would like to thank my IT team and of course my HO staffs for this. Once again, thank you very much for all your cooperation and accomplishments for making this program a great success. Thank you. Anything, sir, you would like to say?
Thank you, and a good day to all.